Hello YouTube, today we're taking a look at another Transformers Studios figure. Today here we have the Decepticon Soldier from Transformers War for Cybertron, a game I haven't played in forever and wish was relisted, but Activision won't. And I remember these guys pretty well being just pretty cool generic Decepticon soldiers. And I didn't even know this figure existed, and I got him because it's sick to have a very generic nondescript Decepticon that's not really any particular character. He's just a faceless generic sort of enemy that really doesn't have any character or interest to it. But he has a good design. I like the visor. The colors are good. And he's very, very bulky. So, before we get into him though, we're going to take a look at his packaging, which is your pretty normal Studio Series fare. Render of him there, Decepticon Soldier on the bottom, Gamer Edition, because this is a video game specific design. With the Transformers logo, of course. It's pretty simple. And there's the back of him. The package has his robot mode and his car mode. 12 steps, so he's a very simple transformation. But the packaging's nice, as it always is with the Studio Series. Just a bit standard, which isn't a problem. Now, the paint and sculpt on this guy, I don't know what is and isn't painted. The green definitely is, I believe, because there are some slight imperfections of where it's applied. They're very hard to see, but there is some green in the grilling on these edges that I can see in person. It's not really showing up on camera super duper well, unfortunately. There's also a little bubble right here on the back of his leg. I don't know if you can see that, but the green is painted, as far as I can tell. Whereas the rest is gray, barren plastic, and his visor as well is painted. But he looks good. Very good. He's chunky. He's a bit of a fat ass, but he looks good. His only weapon, or accessory, is a very generic-ish looking gun that doesn't have a grip on it. The only way you can get him to hold his weapon is... Wait, does that square peg fit into his hand? It does not. Okay. The only way to get him to hold his weapon is basically the same thing as Starscream. Like, Starscream's rifle has a actual grip, but you unplug his right forearm, and you plug the blaster into it. So that's the only way he can equip his weapon. And it does look good. It's an arm cannon, which I love arm cannons. That's one of my favorite weapon tropes in science fiction. But it is a little disappointing that he can't hold it like a normal rifle. I would like him to be able to. It just needs a grip. But otherwise, it looks fine. It looks very good. I don't really know what's the top and what's the bottom, so I might have it upside down. It's kind of hard to tell which way it's supposed to face. But the gun itself is nice looking. It's very well sculpted. Zero paint whatsoever, but a ton of mechanical detail that looks really, really pleasant to look at. Lots of grooves, lots of buttons and rivets sculpted into it. It looks nice. Not a bad looking gun. It's just this. My problem with it is it's not compatible with any other figure besides maybe Starscream, because his arm does the same thing. So this gun has limited options for who you can use it with. Really, you're just going to get Gamer Edition figures to use it. But otherwise, it's fine. Okay, his arm plugs in very well. Like, you can barely tell it comes off. It took me a second to realize it does, actually. But I kind of figured it out. It's only the right arm, by the way. I don't believe the left one pops off either. Yeah, the left arm does not come off. There's no cut for the sculpt. So the left arm is permanently affixed. The right arm can come off. Now, articulation is a little bit limited. Nothing at the feet. He has a waist rotation, though. So nothing at the feet other than a flip up and down toe. So that can go up and down, and that's it. Nothing else. No tilt or rock anything. His head is on a ball joint, a very stiff ball joint that's a real pain in the ass to move, but you can rotate his head. Extremely limited up and very little down movement to it. Oh, it's on a hinge. What the fuck? Okay. So his neck is on a hinge so he can lean down, but up is not happening. Okay. Move his backpack out of the way. His arms can go a full 360 all the way around. They can lift... Okay, I was about to say they can lift out pretty far. I lied. Oh, whoa, give me a sec. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, his arms lift out that far before they stop. He has a single jointed elbow, which is a full 90-degree bend, and a bicep rotation at the elbow. His wrists are technically on a ball joint, but in robot mode, you're only going to get a rotation out of them. His waist does rotate all the way around, so no problems with that. He has a thigh swivel as well, which is very functional and works quite well. It's just his legs are massive. He can kick out to the sides just a little bit, so no splits with this guy. And a single jointed knee, which stops there because of the design of his transformation. So posing is limited, but not terrible. I would not say it's bad at all. Generally speaking, Studio Series are quite good, even if the articulation's a little limited. But I got this guy more just to have a generic soldier. Now, articulation's good. All of his joints are very tight and responsive, except for his head. Getting it to rotate really is kind of a workout. And the lack of anything at the feet is annoying. They are sculpted at an angle, so he can stand with his legs spread just a little bit, and they're completely flat. But if you squeeze them in, or spread his legs anymore, the foot isn't going to be making full contact with whatever surface you have it on. But that doesn't limit standing options as much as you would think it does. Now, we're going to get into his transformation. It is seemingly quite simple and very short. I mean, looking at him, yeah, I can kind of see it. Oh, yeah, his transformation is very short. One single strip of instructions. So, first off, we're going to start by collapsing his feet up, pegging his legs together, rotate his waist entirely. I undid it. Oh, that's going to become the cab. It looks like the front. So peg his legs together, rotate. Peg those together as well. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say to peg these together, but it does say do this. Oh, that doesn't want to fit. Never mind, I got it. Okay, so peg the front wheels in and collapse the hood, the front of the car mode. Yes. Open up his arms. Oh my god, yeah, again, the joints on him are very tight. That's a good thing, ultimately, but makes transforming him kind of a pain in the booty. Oh my god, does that not want to fucking peg? Do I need to twist his hand a different direction? Okay, that helped. So get his palm to face upwards. That leaves enough room in there for the hand to... I'm not mad, I'm just... Okay, so he's super sturdy and super fragile at the same time. Sweet. Sweet. Oh my god, I need to get his hand back in. Sorry. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry for taking things off camera so often, it's just that sometimes they are a little tight. So his arms, or hands, are inside of his arms now. Yeah, I did that. Collapse them. And... I'm sorry? What? just... Is his body supposed to Oh, right. The shoulders extend down. Right. So I am just being a big old fool right now. I need to unpack his backpack. Goodness gracious. So, wait. Yes, that is correct. Extend the shoulder joints a little so his forearms can peg into his thighs if it wants to. There we go. Got that one. And... Goodness gracious, I do not wish to de-transform him whatsoever right now. Okay, the arms are plugged into the sides appropriately. Collapse that all in place. And then... Oh my goodness. It is very clean looking. I'm just not pegging everything in all the way because he's very, very rough to put together. Kind of. Just a little bit. Come on. Come on, fit together. Okay. And as far as I can tell... Oh, you're messing with me. No way. Oh. So the front wheels... So that tab's supposed to fit into that little socket on his forearm. I wish that was more clear. Like, I'm being serious. Looking at the instructions, that is not inherently very obvious. Oh, boy. Like, I'm not mad. I'm just stupid and bad at doing this. I am bad at Transformers. Y'all have seen my videos, you know that. And I bump my phone every single time. I always drop something or bump my phone. That should become a meme at this point. Okay. I am probably going to leave this dude transformed into car mode permanently. Fuck. Okay, that doesn't want to go. I'm trying very hard, but that doesn't want to go. So, wait, where does this gun store? Oh, right there. Okay. Now Cybertronian car mode is done. It was a little bit of a workout and isn't pegging in correctly everywhere. Cool. That's me. That's my fault, not the toys. But Cybertronian car mode is done, and honestly, I completely mess with that aesthetic. The robot is just gone inside of this. It's kind of a shell former because of this back plate lifting up, completely encapsulating the upper torso. But it looks really decent, honestly. I ain't half mad at that. The gun looks good, actually, now that it's mounted onto him. The wheels are very, very rolly and functional. Quite good at doing that. And aesthetically, it looks good. It looks like an alien car, which is what he is. Huh. You know what? I'm much happier with that transformation than I thought it was going to be. It's not very flat. It looks good. It's very blocky and chunky with purple headlights now. I just noticed those. The Decepticon logo is now moved onto the back here. Very barely noticeable, but it's on that middle stripe. And... Huh. That ain't half bad for a car mode, though. Yeah, no, this guy's pretty good. Pretty good, actually. I'm much happier with that car mode than I thought I was going to be. He's very simple, but he's pretty good. Now, is that wheel supposed to be turned that way? No, it is not. You know, yeah, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Not because I don't like him, but because that transformation is very difficult and he doesn't fit together as well as I wish he did. Like, okay, see, this side is much more flush, like this little dent right here, much more flush, whereas on this side, it's kind of partially unpegged from the wheel. And it wants to fit down, but it just won't. Okay, I'm going to have to mess with that a little bit more, but This guy gets a 7 out of 10. He's pretty baller. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, even though these videos are very rambly. Well, I'm out. Peace, fellas.